Hi, in this video we want to reflect an object across the x-axis followed by a reflection across the y-axis. Then we will write a reflection rule to model the congruent transformation. Two things to note. Reflections are done across a mirror line. In this case, the x-axis and the y-axis will be our mirror line, and it is important to note that every point and its image have the same distance from the mirror line. That said, we're going to start reflecting our point. We start first across the x-axis, so we want to reflect across the x-axis. This is the x-axis, this horizontal line. So we imagine placing a mirror on this line and imagine where the image of this object will appear. It should appear over here inside the mirror. So if this is the mirror, we can start to reflect this point C right here that is on the mirror does not move because it is zero distance from the mirror. So the image C prime will stay on the mirror, it doesn't move. Now, this point B right here is 1 unit away from the mirror. So this x-axis is the mirror, this is 1 unit away from the mirror. The image will be straight across inside the mirror and also 1 unit from the mirror. So this will be B prime right here. D prime, this is mirror, D right here is 1 unit away from the mirror. D prime will also be 1 unit away from the mirror. The point A, 3 units up away from the mirror. And so A prime will be 3 units into the mirror. So A prime will be right here. And now we have reflected the kite of this quadrilateral across the x-axis. Now we want to do a follow-up reflection. That means we want to reflect after reflecting across the x-axis. We want to proceed to reflect that image across the y-axis. So now we want to reflect across the y-axis. The y-axis, now this vertical line here is the y-axis, and so we are going to reflect this purple image across the y-axis. The same principle, now our mirror is right here. This is D prime, 1 unit away from the mirror. D double prime, D double prime will be right here, 1 unit also away from the mirror. Now, this C prime that is on the mirror here is now being reflected across the y-axis. So x-axis is no longer the mirror. And so this C prime is 2 units away from the mirror, and C double prime will be here 2 units into the mirror. A prime right here is 2 units from the mirror, and so A double prime here will also be 2 units from the mirror. And now we have one more point. B right here is 3 units from this mirror line, and so B double prime will be on the same line as B, but 3 units also into the mirror. And that will be the reflection of this image across the y-axis. And the last thing we want to do to complete this is to write the reflection rule. To write the reflection rule, we want to look at what has actually happened to the object point to become the image point. So we will take only one object point. Let's consider this object point D. This object point D had coordinates initially 1, 1. And after the congruent transformations, after the successive transformations, that is reflecting across the x-axis followed by a reflection across the y-axis, D became a D prime, a D double prime. D became D double prime, which has coordinates D double prime here, -1, -1. So this information, this transformation on these coordinates will tell us that for this particular transformation, every point with coordinates x and y will become a point with coordinates -x and -y. Let's find out if this is working. Let's take A. The point A initially had coordinates 2, 3. Now, based on this transformation rule, A double prime should have coordinates A double prime, -2, -3. Now let's see if A double prime is actually at -2, -3. So this is A double prime here, -2, -3. So the transformation rule is working. And that is how to reflect points across the x-axis and across the y-axis. Thank you.